Humility is somewhat of a lost art. There is a fine line between being confident and arrogance. The difference between confidence and arrogance is humility. Confident people, they don't tell you what they are going to do, they just go out and do it. Arrogant people, they have to build themselves up. They'll talk all day about what they're going to accomplish, how much money they have, how connected they are. In most cases, it's all bullshit, it's all lies. Confident people have a healthy view of themselves. They don't need your validation to realize their own self worth. People who are arrogant are constantly seeking validation, many times from complete strangers on social media. For example, do you ever see Jay-Z flaunting how much money he has on social media? You ever hear him talking about how rich he is or how he's considered by many people to be one of the greatest rappers of all time? No, no, he doesn't have to do that. Doesn't have to do that. The ones doing that on social media, and you know who I'm talking about, the people that hold the bricks of money to their ear like they're talking on a money phone, has $100 bill on the outsides of it filled with $1 bills on the inside, perpetrating like they're wealthy when they're really broke as fuck. Those are the people I'm talking about. There are many inside the mainstream media who fall on the arrogant side of the spectrum. We saw an example of this earlier this week with Buffalo Bills reporter Jerry Sullivan, I think was his name, asking Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde that ridiculous question after the Bills lost to the Patriots Monday night. If you want to know more about that story, check out the video. It's in the archives on YouTube. I think I posted it on Tuesday. But we saw an even better example of this media arrogance, this elitism in the mainstream media Tuesday afternoon on Twitter. People in the media, they have this superiority complex. They live in this bubble where all the superior beings are inside the bubble and the rest of us are on the outside looking in. They think every one of us wants to be in their club. They believe the rest of us want to be just like them. Now, not all in the media are like this. There are some humble people in the media, Joe Rogan, Adam Carolla, Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe a billion. I don't know. He's rich, I know that. But Dave Ramsey wears $50 shirts. But there are a shitload of elitists in the media. In many cases, the most arrogant have no reason to be arrogant, which is par for the course. Like I said, arrogant people are constantly seeking validation. They're often the loudest person in the room. Chris Kirschner is the beat reporter for the Atlanta Hawks over at The Athletic. The Athletic, a media site that probably won't exist in 5 years. You want to talk about arrogance? The beginnings of The Athletic are rooted in arrogance. When Alex Mather and Adam Hansman started The Athletic 5 years ago, they said, "We are going to stomp local sports media out of the market with our elite reporting on local sports teams that hometown media is incapable of doing." That idea was clearly naive. The Athletic sits behind a paywall. Now, I have a subscription to The Athletic. I believe I pay $5, maybe $10 a month. I don't know. If I didn't have this channel, I wouldn't pay for it. But there are times when I do need to pull information from The Athletic. Some of their writers do excellent work, especially when it comes to the NBA or NBA ratings. Sometimes The Athletic will save me a couple of hours of research by doing all of it for me on NBA ratings. So for me, the subscription is worth it. But the site is struggling. They have 1.2 million subscribers, which sounds like a lot. But when your only source of revenue is subscriber fees and venture capital money, $6 million in revenue every month disappears quickly. The site is bleeding money and they can't find a buyer. But let's get back to Chris Kirschner, the Hawks beat reporter for The Athletic. He promoted an article on Tuesday about the first quarter of the Hawks season. Atlanta's a well-oiled machine offensively. Defensively, they're terrible. The article caught the attention of some dude named BJ, who, judging by his Twitter handle, I assume he lives on the south side of Atlanta. He's a Hawks fan. BJ clicks the link to read the article, runs directly into the paywall. Smarter sports coverage, just $3.99 per month. Unlock expert insights from the best newsroom in sports. BJ was not interested in paying to read about the Hawks' shitty defense. Hell, all he has to do is turn on the game and he can watch their shit defense for free. BJ initially replies to Chris Kirschner's article, and he says, "It's almost like 3 of the Hawks' best defenders have been out of the lineup a lot this season. Oh, wait. So Chris Kirschner replies, let me guess. You didn't read the story or have no reading comprehension. Which one is it? The first personal attack from Chris Kirschner. Anytime an arrogant asshole with low self-esteem gets called out or criticized, they immediately launch into a personal attack. This man obviously can't read. How dare he question this masterpiece of literature I wrote? I have a master's from the Missouri School of Journalism, damn it. I'm important. His next comment gives you a true look into his lack of confidence. Twitter BJ replies, basically said he wasn't going to pay to read an article by Chris Kirschner. To which Kirschner replies, cool, say you're broke and continue about your day. Say you're broke. What a great way to market yourself and your product. You know, the first lesson they teach you in Marketing 101, the best way to market a product is to insult your potential customer base. Customers just love to be insulted. I also find it funny when someone who's not making a lot of money wants to call out the financial status of other people. I've used this example before. Rich people don't talk about their wealth. They're just rich. Now, there are a lot of broke people who like to pretend to be rich, but for the most part, rich people don't talk about their money. I Googled the average salary for a writer at The Athletic. I pulled this information from Glassdoor. It might be accurate, it might be bullshit. I don't know, but it's all I had to go on. The average writer at The Athletic makes $50,000 a year. It's decent, not bad. Now, after insurance and taxes, they're probably taking home $3,000 a month. Chris Kirschner covers the Hawks, so he's living in Atlanta. Average rent in Atlanta is $1,800 a month. The cost of living for a single person in terms of miscellaneous expenses is over $1,000 a month. Meaning, if Chris Kirschner falls into these averages, he is actually broke. He's living paycheck to paycheck. Now, obviously, I don't know his financial business, nor should I. He might make more money. I just found it ironic that someone who is possibly broke, living check to check, is calling someone else broke. The real point is, though, the elitism in the modern media. These people think that they're better than you. They think they're smarter, more refined, more cultured, more educated. They view the general public as peasants in their elite world. Chris Kirschner has been roasted for how he treated Twitter BJ, and rightfully so. There was no reason to attack this guy personally because he was critical of the premise of your article. Trae Young actually came to the defense of Twitter BJ. He quote tweeted Chris Kirschner and said, shaking my head, who says this? I ain't buying that article. What that make me? You know what it makes you, Trae Young? It makes you respected by the rest of us. Credit to Trae Young for calling out this bullshit. He didn't have to do that. It shows the money hasn't gone to his head. It goes back to the point I was making, the difference between confidence and arrogance. Trae Young knows he's rich. He knows he's one of the best young point guards in the NBA. He doesn't have to point it out. Chris Kirschner is a wannabe. On his Twitter profile, he claims to be a media personality. If being a beat writer for a struggling website makes you a media personality, more power to you. Let me know what you guys think about this condescending Chris Kirschner. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.